Hey, welcome to Chaotic Nerdtral. On this week's episode, we're talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm Sarah.
I'm Jennie.
And I'm Jessica.
It finally came out. It's here.
The long
and we're
awaited.
here to share our thoughts on this experience.
I have so much excitement.
I don't even know that we need to really put a spoiler warning because it's not really a spoiler type of game.
No, because
it's not exactly coming with a hard-hitting story.
Yes.
No, not at all.
Can put that into the con list.
Yeah. No, we just we're all three of us longtime Pokemon players, and this is the first of its kind for the franchise, and we kind of want to talk about what it does great, what it does not so good, and our thoughts about the game and our thoughts about the future of the franchise after this game, because this was a game changer, regardless of how successful it was.
Which they really needed. So they needed a change from the regular format. So
I guess we should start by setting up how it differs from Pokemon. I mean, I feel like even if you've never played Pokemon, you got a general gist of what... I mean, it's a cultural juggernaut. Everyone knows who Pikachu is.
Yes.
He's like Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
So, normal Pokemon is a turn-based RPG. You catch Pokemon, you battle them, you collect gym badges, and then you beat the Elite Four, and that is pretty much every single main entry to the Pokemon franchise since, 1997.
Yep, it
hasn't
has
changed
not
much.
changed. Nope.
Not a bit.
Sword and Shield tried a little bit, but it was still...
Did they?
Yeah, Sword and Shield changed it up a little
guess.
bit with how they did their battles, and then the wild areas.
Every Pokemon, even in the main franchise, they've done something. They've changed things up. There were Z moves in Sun and Moon with the trials instead of the gym badges.
And then the Grand Underground and Pearl.
Yeah, every iteration has added a usually its own twist, and there's been other entries to the franchise that have been different, whether it's your Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap,
Mystery Dungeon?
Yep.
Is that one of them?
Yep.
Mystery Dungeon,
Detective Pikachu.
Pokemon Conquest, which I loved.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
Conquest was Final Fantasy Tactics Pokemon.
Oh.
And it was really good. And
Pokemon Cafe Mix.
Oh, yeah.
True. You gotta have your mobile iterations. And then in, you were talking about in Sword and Shield, they did the wild areas, which is kind of like a sampling of what Arceus is.
Yeah. It was like a tip. They were trying it out almost, I wonder. How would people
I found
this?
the wild areas really interesting in Sword and Shield, because it was more of a sort of an open world. Think Legend of Zelda. Think almost sort of like what most of your MMOs are like, where you have an area, or like Monster Hunter, that is inhabited by a Pokemon instead of them just being random battles like Final Fantasy that you would run into in the tall grass. That part of it, I fucking love.
Yeah.
I think people's complaints for the open world aspect, I guess we should establish too for people, how many areas in are you guys?
So I am in the third territory.
The coastal area?
No, I guess it's the second, because there's like 3 areas that you can click on. I'm on the third one to the right of the map.
Starting the home base, including the home base.
Yeah, including home base. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So I messed around there. I guess we could all give our opinion on just say what Pokemon Legends is. To me, it's literally Breath of the Wild meets Pokemon Snap. Original Pokemon game, Pokemon Snap. You got the research from Snap. You got the open world. And even the sounds and the character design is very Breath of the Wild to me. And just kind of the quirkiness of it. I mean, Pokemon was quirky, but this is Zelda quirky. And then just regular Pokemon-ish ideas. The base game is what I would say it is. Pearl, Red, Blue. It's those 3 mixed together.
Yeah, I'm only in the first area still.
Okay. I've heard a lot of people say they've spent a fuck ton of time in the first area.
Yeah,
I think I'm 6 or 7 hours in. I've played all of it on stream, but I'm mostly just fucking around, to be honest, because why not? Pokemon.
Yeah.
And honestly, I found this, like, a little more grindy than a typical Pokemon game, so I'm like, I know I gotta do this, so I might as well just murder this random Pokemon. Doing nothing. This poor Bidoof.
Yeah, come here, Bidoof. Let me beat the crap out of you. I need to beat 20 of you for my Pokedex entry.
The whole gist of it, which the story is just...
So...
I don't...
The story...
So, it's just, yeah, whatever story there is.
You fell out of a sky butthole.
Starts out
into Pokemon world.
It's a girl, and all of a sudden she gets sucked into, like, the past.
Out of a butthole.
Like, the starting, it's Hisui, is that how you pronounce it?
I still haven't looked it up.
Okay, so...
I've been pronouncing it Hisui on...
Hisui. It's Hisui, but it's pretty much what is it, Sinnoh? What Sinnoh is in Pearl and Diamond. It's just like...
It's like feudal time,
yes,
Sinnoh.
Yes, because Sinnoh is actually like a god to them.
Yeah.
Who is Arceus? I don't know. The story is so confusing. But anyways, so this girl gets sucked back in time from, like, our timeline, and she meets up with these people called Team Galaxy, and their quest... So Pokemon are, like, brand new to them, so their quest is to, like, research them and see if, you know, they have to fear them, or, like, what can they learn from them. So your goal is to pretty much work up the ranks with Team Galaxy, while you're pretty much... It's just tons of research, like, you're catching Pokemon and researching. You still have to battle, but the gym badges and stuff is not, like, your biggest goal anymore. It's trying to calm... There's so much going on, but also nothing at the same time.
Such a good observation.
Like, you have to calm these crazy god Pokemon with these sacks of herbs that you have to hit at them with 100 times, which is, I guess, your, like, gym battles. But you also have to work up the rank of Galaxy member. So the research is like the Pokemon Snap, I feel like. And then you've got your, like, gym battle-ish type stuff, which is, like, regular Pokemon games. And then the fact that it's just all wild area when you leave your home turf.
Yeah, I feel like the thing it does well is exploration. I like that map system. I like being able to explore and collect things. It always makes me... It really motivates me to run around and explore. I like to take my time. I'm not, like, going for the story missions right away.
Yeah, you don't feel structured.
The environments could be a little more detailed. They're definitely not as pretty as Breath of the Wild, but I think for a first iteration of this, I'm not dissatisfied.
I'm a little dissatisfied.
Are you dissatisfied?
Yeah, I am.
You think they're
ugly? It's just such a big franchise. I feel like with this, they should have, like, go big or go home, Pokemon.
So here's my kind of opinion. Of course I have an opinion. It's me. So here's my kind of opinion on that. I take it like The Sims, where, you know, they've done literally the same formula for so long. They wanted to try something new, but also you don't want to spend all this time and money into something that might be a huge flop, because Pokemon is such a huge ingrained game, you know what I mean, with diehard fans, that this is a complete change of the formula for it. So I have a feeling, you know, this is just like the base. This is testing the waters to see how it's going to be, you know?
I don't know.
And then I think, like, later on we might get more and more, not necessarily with this game, but, like, with the other iterations, because this, you have to think of, this is the base game for, like, an entirely new Pokemon. I'm pretty sure is what they're trying out. And I mean, they spent a long time on it, which, you know, there are things I like, things I don't like, but you also got to think this is a base game, and I think they're really just scared shitless to completely diverge from Pokemon on such a big game.
I mean, it's just the biggest franchise, like, that exists, period, and they have the money to do it.
But none of the other games were super detailed, beautiful.
I understand what Jessica's saying, because I think if you're coming in...
You should have blown people out of the water with this, what I was gonna say, so that you could continue to do it.
They should have blown the doors off.
Well, Pokemon never does it. So this is
not... Well, that's not totally
When
true.
have they ever, like, done something where they've completely changed the format and blown the doors off?
No. But I mean, like, if you're going to change the format, then I feel like you do need to double down. Like, if Breath of the Wild didn't exist, I would have blamed the Switch. I would have thought it was a hardware limitation that the environments weren't as great as they should be. But Breath of the Wild does exist, and it runs fine on the Switch, and it runs without loading zones.
Even looks pretty decent. Like...
But again, Pokemon isn't Nintendo. Pokemon is Game Freak, so...
Right.
Which is, there is a difference there. I mean, yes, they still have probably tons of money, but they run their games differently. They design differently. And I think, I don't know, I'm always kind of optimistic. I feel like the next iterations, if this does really well, will be better. It didn't stop
me from playing. No. It didn't stop me from exploring, but it should have looked better.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because none of the Pokemon games are
Mm-hmm.
super detailed or beautiful, it would be almost weird to go to a super detailed, beautiful game.
But that's what I want. Like, I want a nice MMO, but Pokemon.
I think people are kind of split, you know what I mean? Like, because it's such a varied fan base from young to old, I think they have to try to meet in the middle with it.
I just feel like that... with this style of game, since it is exploration-based, you have to put so much work and effort into those environments. Those environments have got to sing.
Yep.
No, they feel pretty stale to me,
honestly. Well, and that's the thing I said to you before the game came out. I said, my worry, because it's a first iteration, it's a base game, that this isn't going to have a lot of content. Which it does and it doesn't. And as far as the contact lacking, it's in those wild areas. But again, I came into it expecting that, because this is a brand new, to me, base game, that I wasn't really... that shocked that there wasn't. I mean, I was excited to find a little civilization in a wild area. So, one of the clans. So, I don't know. I guess I wasn't expecting much more than what I saw on the reviews, I guess I should say. Or on the previews.
I was expecting more. I'm at least happy that it looked better than it did in the early footage. Because the early footage was like... the desert.
Yeah.
But... I am a little... I'm at the fourth area, technically. So you have your starting village, your sort of just meadows area that is your first area. You have a swampland that's pretty ugly for your second video. And now I'm at, like, a beach area that's a little bit cool. But, yeah. They're a little dark. They're a little grungy. They're not... I don't know if they were afraid about being too asset heavy, because, like, you know, I would love to get, like, a really heavy forest area. Maybe I'll be surprised in some of the later areas and they'll be built a little bit more filled in, but
I don't know if this is accurate, because I didn't, you know, I'm still in the first area, but I was watching someone stream it and they said, like, basically every single area is, like, the same format, but they just, like, stuck a different... like, almost the same, you know, layout, but they just skinned it in a different, you know, swamp, beach.
As far as, like, the map landmass, or as far as just, like, the...
I don't know, because I feel like to me, the third area has a lot more hills and things that you have to climb with the deer.
The fourth area, the beach, has, like, a big, like, peninsula area that's pretty difficult, or different, not difficult. Pretty different, but I don't know if it's enough. And I think going into, like, kind of another one of my criticisms, and all these criticisms aside, I love this game.
Yeah, we'll talk about what we love after.
No,
let's get out the shit
I don't want to feel like I'm beating the shit out of it. I love it. But if I was going to make it, like, my perfect version, I think if you're going heavy into an exploration-based one, and you use Breath of the Wild as sort of, like, your mark to hit, because that game was so fucking good when it comes to, like, exploration and the way it handled its environment. I don't love the fact that you get to the lip of a river and I misstep and I fall in and I can't even get back out of the water and I flop around like a dead fish. And then,
like where can I walk up?
Well, I'm wondering if that's because you're eventually going to get a Pokemon that can swim.
You are.
Yes.
You are. You're going to get a masculine or something. That's been in, like, some of the release footage. But, okay, I accidentally fell in the river. Let me walk out of the river. Like, why am I, like, just, like, there's, like, a 2-inch lip and I can't get back over it. Yeah. Or why do I come to a cliff edge and, like, I can kind of, like, Skyrim my way kind of, like, up the cliff edge, like, kind of, like, glitch it out and get like halfway up or slide down.
Sometimes
and, like,
I notice if you crouch, it's a little better. Like a crouch.
I think it's
and then a jump.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make it like, oh, because we don't want these things accessible unless you have these Pokemon things that you beat. However, they make it look dumb. Like, okay, I'm taller than this cliff face. Why can I not walk up?
It's got to be one or the other. It's got to be like a sheer cliff with like some Pokemon move I need to use. That's why I need a Pokemon to access it or not. So when you get Weirdeer, he can jump, so he can get you up to like cliffs that you normally could like struggle with, and like it's just a little clunky. Like, I like the idea, but its execution just feels like it lacks polish. That being said, there's other things that I feel like they did excellently. Like, the throw the Pokemon system. I fucking love that. It'll never be the same.
I love that you can just snipe Pokemon now.
Yes.
Like, it's my most favorite thing to do.
Bonk. I say bonk.
Yeah, just whip a Pokeball at them. I love that.
I even, like, sometimes I'll accidentally have it set on my Pokemon, and I'll just, like, bap this Pokemon in the head with the Pokeball, bounce off, and it's like, alright, here's my Buizel, or whatever.
Yeah, I've done that. I've actually done that to, like, a level 50. I'm like, uh-oh!
That's also, I have also accidentally, well, not accidentally, but, like, my Pokemon's just being a dumb Pokemon, and I, like, roll in front of the other Pokemon's attack, like in this heroic... You ever do that? Or am I crazy?
Just when throw you're in the battle screen?
Yeah, I just throw myself in front of my Pokemon if I don't want him to get hit by something.
Yes. I like that you can run around. Does it hit you, though?
Yes!
It does damage to you?
Yes!
Oh my god, I always wondered that, but I was too scared to try it.
Yeah, because I've never stood in it. I just kind of, like, walk around, and then
I'll walk around the back a little bit,
Oh no, I have definitely, like, done a dodge roll in front of my Pokemon.
That's amazing, and I love it. I like the crafting.
Yes, that's super fun. Yes.
Yes, nice.
Because I like it because you're out in the wild, and it's like, oh, I need a fucking shop to buy more of these things. Like, haha, I have all these things that I can just craft. However, I really hate the backpack system.
The backpack system's a little annoying. So since it is a exploration and gathering game, having inventory space is critical, which was never a thing in Pokemon before. And you have limited inventory, and to expand your inventory, there's a man in your Order HQ that will give you individual slots to your backpack. And it starts off at like $100, $200, $300, and I'm up to like $6,000 for like a single slot.
And it's still not enough.
I spent so much money the first time I saw this guy because I figured it would just stop.
Me too.
I was like,
oh
no, now I don't have any money. I guess I'll walk away.
And money is actually like a big deal in this game, which is also like, I feel like never been a big thing in Pokemon, which I like, because I like that it's like a little more of a challenge that you have to, work on your resources. But so that's the thing you're talking about, Jenny, with this being like sort of like an entry to a lot of things that I want. Like, I feel like they're on the right track with a bunch of different things. I just want more of it. Like, I would love for them to be another town other than just the base town with like a different variety of shops and things. And I have not encountered one. So I don't think we're going to get it.
I'm assuming we're not. I haven't yet, but I mean, knowing that it's part of Nintendo, I'm sure it's going to be a DLC at some point in time. Because it's basically, I mean, it's the entire Sinnoh map, because like everywhere we go, I'm like, oh yeah, this is where this town was. This is where this town was. Because I just got done playing Pearl, which I highly recommend to play that before you play this. Because it's like, oh my gosh, this is what this looked like back in the day and not the present. So that was really cool.
It just would be more fun. I think the world would feel more real and filled in if like you were able to go to different towns like in between these different areas.
Yeah.
It's weird that there's just this one big hub and that people haven't spread. I mean, and I know they're scared of Pokemon, which I guess that makes sense, but because you can roll in front of their attacks and really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You will encounter clans, but it's like just houses that you can go in. There's no one you can really buy stuff from.
They're like little camps.
Yeah.
And there's no point to them. Yeah, like I ran into like a Diamond Clan camp and they were just all like just chilling. There's like nothing there to do. There was like one side quest. And yeah, just like super on the right path, but not quite there with this game.
Yeah. They reached far, but they just apparently have not reached far enough. I don't know. What I really like about this game, it's just the atmosphere, the atmospheric music. I mean, it's not really
like
music
heavy.
I
like the music a lot.
Yeah, it's not super music heavy, but like
chill.
when you're going out in those wild areas, it's so like just the sounds. They've really like blown it out of the park with the sounds, because it's like you feel like you're there. You know, just distant bird, Pokemon noises.
It's like
yeah, and sometimes it's like, oh, that sounds like it's behind me, but it's not. It's just I really like that the atmospheric sound of this game.
No, it sounds great. I like the art style in and of itself. Like, I like the character design.
Agree. Except for that fucking professor.
I want to know why he's wearing a hat.
Why is the hat?
Why do you... So the hat looks
why
like a baby bonnet that's
big
fluffy.
as his head?
I don't know. Like, that's the weird...
And he's so dumb. How did he become a professor? Did he just say, I'm
that's
a professor
somebody
now?
that you would find in Breath of the Wild. And like I said, I think they were trying to do something Breath of the Wild, but it's just really weird. Like, why does this guy have a giant weird hat? I don't know.
Although, I will say in that some of those designs are ridiculous. They are kind of delightful. Like, I love the anime hair on, like, the Diamond Clan leader.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact that your captain is, like, permanently looks like she's constipated.
Yes.
So angry.
Yes.
No eyebrows.
Impossibly
Not a
hungover.
single eyebrow.
Yeah. And just dark wells under her eye, which I thought mine were bad, but no.
Also, like, one thing that, like, made me laugh so hard, but I feel like did not fit at all, is it's a Pokemon game. And it is flavored light and fluffy, like all Pokemon games are. Even when you're running from your life from, like, a wild, like, alpha Pokemon, it's still not, like, scary. Mm-hmm. But then they're like, if you don't pull your own weight, we're gonna kick you out of the village.
You're gonna die.
I'm like, what?
And they just keep reminding you, do you want to die? Because if you don't do this right, you're definitely gonna die.
I mean, and in reality, you're like the best person on the planet that just got shat out of the sky.
Yes.
I know.
And they should all bow down to you as their
god.
You
are like a god, yes.
No, they're all, like, terrified of the wilds. And, like, you just walk out there and, like, grab a Bidoof by the scruff of his neck and, like, shake him. And they're like, what? Like, this is fine.
Or, like, some of the Pokemon that look just completely harmless. Like, the dancing plant one, Lilith.
Oh, I know.
And, like, you give it to Lei, she's like, oh my god, no! And I'm like, this Pokemon's literally smiling and looks like a little blossom. I think
like,
you're
they're
fine.
Not really that scary.
I think,
like, there are very few very scary Pokemon, and I haven't even run into
one
yet.
I think I have to
maybe
put
they're just running into, like, the Bunearys that are, like, 5 feet tall.
I mean, I guess, like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, you know nothing of what a Pokemon is, and all of a sudden all these weird animals just get shit out of the sky and can shrink.
I don't walk outside and see a squirrel, though, and go, holy shit.
But, I mean, what if the squirrel was like...
It's gonna fuck
what if
me
the
up?
squirrel, like, mind-fucked you with its psychic powers?
I guess that's fair. A psychic squirrel would be pretty freaky. You raise an interesting point.
I'd be like, oh shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
If every stray cat, like,
or like,
actually threw its head money at me.
Yeah,
I would
yeah. Or like,
have
all of a
a lot
sudden
more
you see
stray
this
cats.
like fucking mouse raccoon just like gliding along with 2 spoons looking at you. Like, I'd be like, Jesus Christ.
I will say, who the fuck pissed in Paris's cornflakes? Because Paris, he's like, it's on site.
Yes.
He's like, fucking see you.
Yes.
And I'm coming.
Yeah. With his little white beady eyes. Jesus Christ.
He's so mad.
Yes.
Like, holy shit.
Because when I saw him, I'm like, oh, he'll be easy. He's happy. And I hit the Pokeball hit him and he looked at me like, what the fuck, bitch? I'm like, oh, Jesus.
The choices
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah.
I know. The choices on who they made, like, to be aggressive Pokemon and who they didn't sometimes were a little funny. Like,
yes.
A Starly, yeah, runs the fuck away. A Bidoof doesn't care. Lets you come up and bop him in the head. But Paris, he's like,
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
It's fucking on, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna touch you with my mushroom.
I love the, I I love the wild alpha Pokemon with the scary red eyes that will fuck up your day if you're not ready for them. That Rapidash in the first area.
I couldn't find that one yet.
He put the fear of God in me.
I'll have to look for them, because that's the one thing that's fun about the wild area is, like, you have no idea where shit is. But you do have stamps that you can, like, stamp down to remind yourself, like, where things are. That's the only thing, I guess, that I love and hate is, like, I love how it's not so easy to navigate because everything's different, but I also hate the fact that there are no landmarks. So I'm like, I have no idea where the fuck I am half the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
There was
like
trees,
Breath of the Wild,
a hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild had such unique and detailed environments that you could kind of, like, be like, okay, I'm in this area, I just passed that area, where it's like, with Pokemon, you turn in a circle like 5 times fast, and I'm like, all directions look the same.
Yep.
They're all just grass and weird trees, and that's it, as far as the eye can see. So, you know, I think, and I don't know if they are going to make another iteration of this game, which please do. I mean, it's still, like, the best-selling Pokemon ever. Like, people are, like, losing their shit over it, regardless of its flaws. I don't know if it's, like, do they need to just spend more time on it? Do they need to get a better, like, not a better team? That sounds really dismissive. But, like, is the Switch not powerful enough for what they're trying to do? Did Breath of the Wild developers have some secrets to unlock the Switch's power that they were able to cram so much game in?
I know,
like,
because, I mean,
I don't know what the
Skyrim...
answer is.
Some kind of weird Zelda magic.
Yeah. Yeah, Skyrim, same thing. Yeah. That's a huge game to get it to run.
We know the Switch, I mean, it's not going to be as pretty as any other next-gen console, but...
Sure.
Like, the Switch can do it. It's not as bad as everyone seems to make it out to be.
Yeah, no, I'm constantly wowed at what they're able to get out of what is essentially
all
like,
my
a mobile
Atelier
game
games
system.
on Switch, like, look beautiful and run really well. So, like, they're able to do it. It's just...
Yeah. I was worried that maybe we would need to wait until, like, the next iteration of the Switch to get what I truly am after. Like, what this has given me, like, a taste for that I really, really want now. But I think they can. And I don't know what the reason is why it's not that.
I don't know. I honestly just feel like this is their let's just see what happens and go from there.
It could be. I don't know the game development schedule. I don't know what that looks like or, you know.
And you gotta remember, there was a pandemic and a lot of shit happening in the world.
Breath of the Wild was not made in a pandemic.
A very long time. So,
yeah. No, that is true. I mean, there are a lot of outside variables to consider that I have no reference point for. But, no, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. I want to collect every Pokemon. It's been a long time since a Pokemon game has made me want to truly catch them all.
Exactly. And I like, my OCD likes the research of it. Because, like, I gotta do it all. So, like, I gotta get it all. Like, I gotta get all the research. Gotta get those points.
I want to do all those side quests.
Yeah, and my little goblin
brain.
of me just needs to do all the side quests, get all the shinies, all the stuff.
What'd you say, Jessica?
I said I have a different brain, and I am like, God, all this research is so tedious, and I don't want to do it at all.
But you don't have to. I mean, that's the other thing too. Yeah. Is like you can
play your way.
Power your way through and just do the main storyline. So it does allow for some different styles of gameplay. The only thing that you will have to do as far as that sort of grindy aspect is before you're able to move to a new area, your captain will check to make sure that you have enough stars, that she feels that you're ready for the next area. And I've always had enough, so I don't know what that limitation looks like, but I mean, you know, I don't think it's super hard to unlock the stars, which are like the equivalent of badges in this game. Because it's just
doing the research, yeah.
Well, and you don't even have to do, like, the beat 10 Bidoofs to, like, you know...
No, it's just a mixture, because each research point, like, gives you so many points. So the harder ones, you get more points, you can advance easier, but you don't have to you have to catch so many.
I think just catching Pokemon, like, just catching singles and doing your normal amount of battles you would do in traversing an area is probably enough to get you on track to progress through the game without grinding.
And doing some quests, yeah. I think the thing I love the most about this game is Pokemon finally challenged me again. Because my complaint, I don't know, for the past 4 series of the games was just, this is way too fucking easy now. Like, except for, I don't know what...
So I feel like the difficulty has not changed, period, in all the mainline Pokemon games. It's always
I don't know if it's just because I was
a pretty
younger,
standard experience.
But I just felt like before, I think it's once they added the experience share for like every game where Pokemon always.
Oh,
I think
that
it's less grindy.
Yes. So I think there's some other there's some other things like Elite Four and how you do things with your Pokemon that made it harder. But what I like is this game is a challenge again, because I don't feel like Pokemon has challenged me for so long, except for, you said, Whitney's Milk Tanks, and for me, it's the end of the Elite Four where you're doing the champion, her fucking Spirit Tomb and Garchomp, or whatever his last evolution is, just kick my ass all the time.
I am not feeling as challenged as I want to be from this game.
Oh, really?
I agree. When someone told me it was like Breath of the Wild meets Monster Hunter meets Pokemon, like, I guess Monster Hunter, like, just seems challenging. And I see it because, like, with the
in this game.
No. So the first alpha battle where I was like, okay, I guess I have to dodge.
I think
you never have to. I've never had to dodge, not once. You just throw a Pokemon at it. And then you're in a battle and you're safe.
Yeah, I think the dodging is more for when you're fighting.
Unless you're me, and then I'm, just
then you're throwing
jumping in front
of
Pokemon.
I think the thing that I'm encountering is because there's so many Pokemon I want, because it's like a mixture of like almost all the generations and a couple new ones, and I really like that. So it's like I'm not leveling up my Pokemon enough because I keep finding new Pokemon that I want to level up. So
I agree.
So I think the battles are hard if you're going into them without having a leveled up a Pokemon, because especially if like you're in one of those time warp areas and you throw a Pokeball,
I do like those.
There's going to be like you're battling with 3 or 4 Pokemon, but you only get your one Pokemon out, and each of them can take a turn before you can take a turn. So you could be dead before, like...
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I should say. Those areas are the only areas I feel like I've been like really challenged in, and I've only found one, and I've played for like 20 hours.
They unlock way quicker once you get like the mounts, because then they're easier to get to.
Yeah, I have.
Because I've encountered like
I run it all over.
I've encountered like 4
Tarnation.
Already. Oh, and they tell you when they. I don't know. They tell me when they're coming down.
No, I know. I'm out there. I'm looking. I'm checking the map. I've only seen one of those. I've only seen one outbreak.
I haven't done an outbreak yet.
And the outbreak was Starlies, which is the worst kind of outbreak to have, because 1, they did not want to have anything to do with me. They just all fucked right off. And 2, I didn't find any shinies, because that's the other thing with the outbreaks, is sometimes you can find a shiny.
I like that they continued the shiny
yes, I
thing.
do love
Because
that.
I remember I found one shiny once
think.
on accident, and I almost died. I was so excited. And so I like that they kept that in the game, because that's such a treat.
Yeah, I do like that. One thing I really, really wish they would have, and maybe like I said, I'm only 4 areas in. I don't know how long this game is. Maybe there'll be more of it. I would like some more actual trainer battles, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, except because in this game, trainer battles are literally just you're in the town. They're like, "Hey, want to battle?" And they just throw a Pokemon at your head. But they usually only have like 1 or 2, and then it's
have 1, and it's not scaled to your level. And I just squish it.
Have you ran into the Bandit sisters yet?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say they have more. Yeah.
But I ran them over too. I was
by more I mean they have 2.
yeah. I'm like.
So maybe it'll get harder.
I just feel like there's such a missed opportunity to just weave some trainer battles in there. Like, even if they're not going to put full towns in, just to like have like, even if there's only like one, I guess in each area.
My brain thought was just, these people are terrified of Pokemon. There are probably very few people that have trained a Pokemon. Like, maybe they caught it and are like, what do I do with this thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I kind of wanted there to be, like, even if it was super few and far between, where you just found, like, one other person in the area who's, like, a wilderness person who's, like, dared to, like, master Pokemon and would actually be, like, someone I could stand up against and be, like, a challenge.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I'm missing is, like, the boss battles are supposed to be more like of your gym experiences, and yeah, those are more of a, You dodge. There's some boss mechanics. It's a little more reminiscent of Monster Hunter, but not nearly as hard.
It's not as hard, but I like that there was finally a change in the formula, which maybe opens the door for more. Yes. So instead of just a boss battle, meaning you're battling a really tough, like Ace Trainer or Elite Four that has 6 Pokemon, it's like one frenzied Pokemon and you have to keep throwing these herbal bags at them to make them not frenzied anymore, and you just keep chucking at them. But while you're doing that, you have to like dodge their attacks, and then they eventually get tired out, or you have to make them like hit themselves, and then you throw a Pokemon, tire them out, and then you can like hit them a lot with your herbal bags. So it gives like an opening. So I like that there was finally a different mechanic besides just let's fight Pokemon.
No, I agree. I like that that's something a little different. It's just, I feel like you could have both, because I feel like this is a game that's marrying the old and the new, and you could have those things and still have like some sort of challenge that's more of the traditional Pokemon somewhere in the area where there is somebody with 6 whole fucking Pokemon that'll actually be able to like stand up to me.
So like looking at the layout of the game, and like from what I remember from Pearl, there should be like 3 more areas I think after where you are. Like I don't know anything about like what happens in the game. I'm just playing it like, and so I figure things out as I go. But like from where the territories are, I feel like you might have maybe like 2, like I'm hoping 3 more areas to get to. I don't know. But what's cool is, so if you're exploring an area, not all that area is just for the beginning. Because if like in the first like camp area where you first start out, if you keep going, you're going to run into level 50 and 60 people. So yeah, so that's cool that it's not just like, you know, you have to go back and like re-explore areas you weren't able to get to with your new mounts and stuff. So
there is a Gyarados flying around in the sky.
I've seen it. I thought it was a Togekiss at first. That's what it kind of looked like to me. And I'm like, how the hell?
Do you know how many fucking Pokeballs I threw out?
He was so high up I couldn't even like.
So you get. Have you gotten the blue Pokeballs yet?
The feather or the great balls?
Feather balls?
Yeah.
I think I haven't gone back there since I've gotten the feather balls, and I just got wing balls, which are like 1 step higher, and I think they fly further, and I kind of want to go back and see if I can catch that damn thing again. But I wasted so many Pokeballs.
There's gotta be a way.
It's just really annoying.
There has to.
It's really annoying because to me, it totally looked like a Togekiss when I saw it. It didn't look like a Gyarados.
I forgot they could fly.
Yeah.
Just whipping around up there.
Because I don't know, but I mean, I was like on the ground. This was like even above like a cliff, and I'm like, what the hell is that? How do I get
got up on the cliff.
Okay.
And I was standing on the cliff, and I kept trying to, like, arc my shots and time it, and I just was like, oh my god, I can't.
By the way, what do you guys call your phone?
Arc phone.
Okay. Yeah. I've been calling it an Arse phone, because it's Arceus, right?
Gotta get my Arse phone out of my arse.
My Arse phone.
I've been calling it my Arse phone.
So
I also just call it the God phone.
I guess Sarah or Jessica, because I'm bad at explaining things. Can you explain again, like, the story and the point? I
don't know the story.
I
haven't found one yet.
Like,
so here's what I've encountered, because I think I'm the farthest of the 3 of us. So you time traveled, obviously. Because you come in with shorts and a t-shirt and a goddamn cell phone. And God turns your cell phone into his little God straight hotline, his God hotline.
Yes.
And he says, oh, verily, you must go back to these olden times, because these people don't know what the hell they're doing. And there's a rift in time and space. And what I think they're leading up to, because I've also not looked ahead, I haven't spoiled anything for myself, is you have the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan, which are references to Diamond and Pearl, Sinnoh. And they both worship a god called Sinnoh, and they argue with each other and have fought with each other because they both think that the other one worships a false version of their god. And what I think they're referring to, because the Diamond and Pearl clans both make references to Sinnoh being the king of time and the king of space, is what they're actually worshipping is not anything called Sinnoh, it's Palkia and Diagla.
Yes. Because one is space and one is time. And then Arceus is like above them because he's like above God. Them. Those 2 are like Jesus. And then
he's the president of the company. They're the CEO and the CFO. And then
like the 3 little cave water beings in Diamond and Pearl, You know what I'm talking about?
I don't
the
remember
tentacle-y
those,
looking things.
yeah.
They're like the
Yeah.
angels, I guess, if you want to look at it from a god view.
But what I think they're leading up to is that Diagla and Palkia, I think, are having a fight. And I think that's why there's the big rift in time and space at the top of the mountain
so much
above the area.
sense, and that's a really cool idea.
I think that's why you're getting these time-space distortions. I think that's why we traveled through time and space. And
God's like, hey, can you please calm down, my children?
God's like, go fix this for me because I can't do it. I'm busy.
I'm wondering, like, this is me just in my far-fetched Pokemon conspiracy thoughts. So, because your character looks just like the character in Diamond and Pearl, do you think maybe God was like, hey, you were able to capture one of my kids then, can you come back before and do it again?
Maybe, probably,
because your character doesn't talk, so how would you ever know?
Yeah,
but that's what I'm wondering is are you that same character from Diamond and Pearl?
Right.
And then I wonder how is Sapphire going to play into the mix? Right? Is it Diamond, Pearl?
Oh,
Platinum. Sorry, Platinum.
No, Platinum.
Right. Yeah, I wonder how that's going to play into the mix, or if that's going to be DLC.
I don't know. Oh, and Giratina is one from Platinum, so I don't know how they somehow are involved.
I can't remember. And what is Giratina? He's
no idea.
A void or distortion or something?
Do you remember, Jessica?
Absolutely not. I don't think I even played that game.
It's good.
I'm gonna look at it. Hold on.
Oh, are you?
Giratina.
Okay.
I'm gonna Google it. Giratina, what are you other than looking like a giant dragon centipede?
Mm-hmm.
Reoccurring antagonistic force in Pokemon Adventures where he has a grudge against Diagla and Palkia for keeping it trapped inside the distortion. Maybe he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
I forgot how creepy he looks.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's really important to play the new Diamond or Pearl before you play this, because it makes things make way more sense than somebody who never played it or
more
it's been
context.
so long. Yes. Yeah. It's like, yeah.
You certainly don't need it, but it will give you more context if you're interested.
Because, like, the plates and stuff make sense now. Because if you're just going into it and what if the fuck are all these plates?
Yep, I was like, why do you have this?
Yeah, they introduced that in, I think, Diamond and Pearl, and it makes way more sense.
I remember it vaguely from my first playthrough of Diamond and Pearl way back in the original versions, but yeah.
I'm also wondering, do you think they're gonna somehow have, like, Pokemon fossils?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a
Just
good question. I really don't know.
My other question, which doesn't make sense to me, but, who am I? Porygon is in this, and wasn't Porygon, like, created in a lab in the future?
Yeah, some of their choices for the Pokemon they include are questionable.
I mean, it's super cool that they've taken from so many different generations, but Porygon did not make sense.
Porygon was not a good
unless
pick.
They're completely redoing the stories. Like,
came through the time-space rift, Jenny. He is also from the future.
He might be.
You know what? You are correct. That totally
because I like that
it.
they have Voltorbs that don't look like modern Pokeballs. They look like apricot Pokeballs.
Yeah,
that's like hilarious to me.
Sound like you said pork balls. I'm like, maybe I'm hungry.
Pork balls.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say one other thing I wish they had that I don't think they have, unless they just haven't encountered it yet, is a way to fight your friends.
Oh yeah, I do. That's one thing that I wanted to talk about. So I do think it's a cute little thing that they added in. It kind of gave me Fallout 76 vibes. So if you are able to connect to the internet when you play the game and you die in the wild area and you lose because if you die in the wild area, you lose your stuff that's right there.
Do you lose all your stuff?
I'm not sure because I have not died yet.
Me
but
neither.
What's cool is that gets transferred to the internet Pokemon world, and then if people are out in the wild, it's like, hey, you have a request. Can you find this person's bag? They lost it, and it's sent back to that person's with its items.
I have seen that.
Yeah,
and you get, what is this?
And you get merit points, which you can use to get really cool stuff. So that's a really cool idea. I mean, yes, it's very base, again, like everything else in this game, but I mean, that's a really cool thing to kind of go on. And you can still trade Pokemon. I haven't yet, which we should do that because I want to see if that's how I can get Abacadabra or Gengar.
So I don't know if they will evolve because you get an item that is a trade cable, and that's how you can use to evolve those kinds of Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Because that's the thing. So, as far as like evolution, I don't know how things evolve now. It's different. I evolved
my Haunter into Gengar. I have a Gengar.
You have? Oh, you ruined it for me. I wanted suspense.
Well, now you know how to get one. Otherwise, you'd just be sitting there with your Haunter.
Which I love him, so I mean, that's
I
fine.
do. I actually kind of want to catch another Haunter.
I just want Gengar for the stats. Haunter, I like better, but Gengar, I need the stats.
Yes, I'm the same way.
Yes.
Yep. Haunter is like a perfect ghost character.
Yes, he's just a silly goose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's why I don't know if, like, even trading a Haunter would even do anything.
I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo's always kind of dropped the ball on their internet connectivity. They always make things so difficult. Mm-hmm. I feel like Animal Crossing was the only thing recently where I thought they made it at least, like, pseudo.
Yeah, unless, like, someone decides to randomly leave and then just fucks over everyone.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's still some limitations, but at least they, like, weren't so... They always act like they're scared of it. They always act like they're scared.
But that's
of, like,
Nintendo as a company for a lot of their games.
Why they're like that.
They're probably afraid of, like, all the Roblox sort of, like, controversies, because Nintendo games tend to be more geared towards a younger generation, and if you got a bunch of kids on the internet together with adults,
and I get that, but it's like, just make it so that I don't have to don't give it a voice feature and don't give it a chat feature. I don't care. I just want to be able to fight people. Like,
yeah.
So,
in like the one thing that's lacking from these past two games, which I really liked, was the Wonder Trade in Sword and Shield. I think.
Wonder Trade is hilarious.
I love it so much because I remember I was just like, I'm going to get rid of this Metapod. I hate you so much, and I got like a Charmander. I got like one that you couldn't even get in the game. I was like, oh, thanks. I was just like,
enjoy your blood.
I loved that. Was a fun thing. I liked Wonder Train. They haven't brought that back yet for either of the games. I'm hoping they do.
I think that's probably about time. Anything else we haven't touched on? Anything else you want to talk about before we close it out?
Like I said, I'm just thinking, like, just give it time. This is a base game.
Yeah, we'll have to reconvene after we all finish.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Our opinions on it has changed at all. Maybe some of the things I whined about are in the game and I just haven't found them yet.
One thing that I was going to add, which I was pleasantly surprised about, I was also complaining, like, oh, your character looks so boring, you can't do anything with them. They totally added the feature you can change your hair, your eyes, your clothes and everything, so I was very happy about that. And you can put you can get like items for your house, which is cool. You can craft items for your house, so that's
cool.
You? Yeah, so my first one I've encountered is a Pokédoll. If you make the Pokédoll, it appears in your house.
Oh yeah, I did too, but like it didn't let me put it in there. It just
it appears, but it's still cool that. Like I said, baby steps with Nintendo. They're like, because if you think about it, they're trying to somehow incorporate like all different game genres into one game, and it's frickin' Pokemon, who has not changed since 1992. And they're trying every genre at once, it feels like, almost.
I think the reason I'm so critical of this game is because I like it, and because I just want it to be a little bit more. And I'm actually... I'm not unhappy. I'm just like,
I'm actually really surprised at how not critical I am, because I was super critical from the preview.
You usually are pretty critical.
Yeah, I know. I'm usually a negative Nancy. I don't know if it's because I just got done playing Pokemon Pearl, so I'm kind of in that nostalgic area where this is just so cool to me.
So different?
Yeah, that, but it's just like, but I still, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I can reminisce with what I just played with Pearl. I don't know if that's it, but I'm not as critical as, like, a lot of people have been. I'm just like, hurrah, they tried something new, and I really like the idea, and hopefully they can go forward with it. Because, I mean, everyone fucking loves Pokemon Snap, and honestly, Pokemon Snap's a boring game. Like, you know what I mean?
I was really hoping that I would like the new Pokemon Snap, and I was not that impressed with it.
It was like, yes, this is exactly what I remember. It's just, we were children, and it seemed cooler back in the day.
And we were a lot more easily amused.
Yes, we're like I said, this one, they're trying to incorporate kids and adults because Pokemon is for everyone. So I think that's why they're just kind of putting their foot out there, but they don't want to go too crazy yet because they're cautious as usual.
Someday when they have a system that can handle it, I want a open world Pokemon MMO.
Yes.
Where everyone's
oh my god,
around.
like Detective Pikachu shit. Like, please. Oh my god, I would poop of excitement. I'd be so happy.
Where like every server has
their
own like actual Pokemon master who's like the current reigning champion.
That would be so cool.
I would never be
I would
that.
never
I
get.
am a
I would
filthy
neither.
casual.
I would never.
Super cool.
Yeah, because my Pokemon battle system is usually just make them really high and just keep like doing it like regular attacks. Like
my sibling could absolutely be the Pokemon master.
Yeah,
they know every Pokemon's name. They know their stats. They know their EV points. They like know like super strats for like competitive Pokemon matches where like you have like very particular like synergy between your Pokemon and your moves and like pull off crazy crap. It would, yeah, I totally.
Yeah, I would. I would love it, but no, I would never be a master because no, I would die before I knew what happened. For that. Yeah, I don't know, like how to use moves that don't cause damage. So I just, same. But that's so basic. But that's what I'll bring that up. That's what I liked about this game because my battle style, it's beneficial to use things like hypnosis for a thing that just does not want to go in the freaking ball and you don't want to lose more Pokemon, Yeah. I feel like I'm using those kind of moves a lot more than I would in regular Pokemon games where I can just battle my way through.
All right. Well, maybe we'll have a part 2. We'll, like Jessica said, we'll reconvene after we beat the game and see what our final takeaway is.
And then we have to say what our favorite new Pokemon is.
New Pokemon?
Yes.
Well, there really weren't hardly any new ones. There were like 3.
I thought there was like 10.
Is there?
I don't know.
I've only seen like 1 so far.
I was about to say, I don't think I've encountered one, but I also don't pay attention to the Pokemon close enough that I would know. I'd be like, oh, must be from one of the like 2 Pokemon generations I didn't play.
I'm like very uncertain about like Lilligant. Is Lilligant new?
I don't know because the name sounds really familiar, but I don't remember that Pokemon from other games. So let me see.
Hisui exclusive Pokemon.
Oh yeah, because Weirdeer's new, which I love. 1, 2, 3. There's like at least 12 so far.
Wow.
Most of them are forms though too, or evolutions off of
other... like the Hisui, but still, it's new-ish. But all the pretty much all the frenzied Pokemon we've fought have been new, except for Lillifant or whatever. I don't think that was new.
Cleaver is terrifying. Cleaver is a Scyther.
Yeah, that was just nightmare.
He's got axe hands.
Yeah, it's Scyther with axe hands. Like, I mean, think about it. In the wild, just walking around and you see this fucking Pokemon, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, I'm going home. I would never venture out ever again either. I'd be like, I'm building a wall.
Let me see.
I want to see the new Hisui and Zorua.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I do want to meet them too. I really want the Hisuian Arcanine. I haven't found Growlithe yet.
But yeah, like I said,
I like it, but I am a little sad that my Decidueye is Hisuian form because I like the original form better.
It looks like Zorak or whatever is going to be in the winter area.
I'm not there yet.
Shit, the Sinnoh or whatever.
I'm bringing my Switch to work tonight.
Good. Don't worry.
Good plan.
Yes. So my one question before we go, was Arceus in any other game besides this one? It's weird because I feel like I'm remembering that Pokemon from something else, but it doesn't sound like they're from something else.
Let's take a little look here.
Just using you, Sarah, for my benefit.
Where's Bulbapedia?
Such an important source of information. I go there a lot.
Where the hell is... Because you can catch Arceus in one of the games, right? Pretty sure.
I thought so, but then I wasn't finding anything.
Arceus. There he is. Alright. It will change type when it is holding a plate. So that's the whole plate situation. Those plates are Arceus's. We're collecting his fine china. Let's see, where are his appearances? He was unavailable prior to Generation 4. Generation 4 being Diamond and Pearl. Okay. Pokedex entries. So he's in Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Heart Silver,
Okay, so I
Black,
knew
white,
I've seen
Black
him
and
before.
White 2,
okay.
X, Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire.
I don't think you can catch him. I think there's only one game that you can actually catch him, I feel like. Because I think he was just, because he's like God, I think it's just
okay, here we go. Here are his actual game locations. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, he's an event Pokemon. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you have to trade. Black and White, you have to trade. X and Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, he was an event. Sun, Moon, you have to trade. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, he was an event. And Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you couldn't get him. Sword and Shield, you couldn't get him. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
So I think he's just mentioned, and I'm sure you probably see like a picture, but I don't ever remember like playing with him, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had one. It seems so wrong that you can catch God.
I know. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. Like, if I catch God, will the Earth just go away? I don't know. I don't it's a question for the philosophers out there.
All right, we'll end on that note. Thanks for stopping by and listening to us ramble about the things we love. Our intro was provided by the time-traveling space-defying Noodle, and you can find their band on Instagram at Arcade Mode NKE, or on Facebook as Arcade Mode Band. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, all as Chaotic Nerdtral. Follow us for updates on upcoming episodes, and trying to stick to every other week. Gonna be a little bit of weirdness in the next coming months, because I'm gonna be out of town, so I think I'm gonna, like, double up on posts, and then skip a couple weeks, but generally every other week for posts, and they are now on Monday mornings, so look for them there. And see you later. Bye.
Bye.